for a while.
Well, it's that time again. Outer Points Productions is about...
Upper Dan's Charter Fishing Fleet.
So you're going to see me skip through all of this stuff. Hopefully you can hear me right now.
I can hear you.
All right. I wanted to skip through everything on there so we can get right to it because we got a whole bunch of things going on right now. We're trying to get the league started for tonight, but wanted to get the Q&A. I see we've got 12 viewers in here, but we've got a whole bunch of people here at league that may or may not be interested in the UPL. So I'm going to be out on the table. Chris is going to be here in the booth.
Yes, I am.
And you're going to get to sit and watch the back of my head.
Aren't you people lucky?
Check.
Oh, yeah. That's working.
It's good.
It's noisy out there. Liked and shared.
Good.
Thanks, Elsa.
That what? Yeah, mute me just for a second.
All right. Yeah, if you have any questions out there as people enter the chat, type them in. Dale's got his phone with him out on the table, so he'll be able to answer questions. We're always so organized here. Ah, well. Yeah, I laughed at Dale. I gave him a hard time yesterday. Hello, Rick. I'm like, wait, you're going to try and do a Q&A at 6:30? Well, yeah, why? I says, you have a match at 5 and a match at 7. When do you plan on doing the Q&A? Plus, there's pool league tonight. Oh, well. Rules for coaching. I believe there is no coaching while you're shooting in UPL. I mean, if you're at the table, it's not your turn at the table. But I could be wrong.
All right, I'm going to go over one of the questions that I got in the chat. First of all, everybody, welcome. Thanks for being here. So we are actually live as well. So if you do have any questions about UPL, please come on over. We are live as well. So we're getting online questions, but let me ask everybody in league. If you look at like the Thursday night league or any other league night, can you pick somebody in the beginning of, if you look at the roster, you can pick who you think is going to be there at the end of the year, winning the entire league, right? Yes, no? Yes, no? Get no response. No response at all. So let me rephrase that. If you look at the roster, you got 20 teams, right? You could go right down the roster and you could probably pick who's going to end up first, second, or third in that league, right? You already know who's going to be in the top 5, right? Or what division they're going to be in normally, all right? So the UPL, there's no way of predicting that because there is no stacking teams. There is no way to stack a team in any way, shape, or form. You must have a 450 or under. It's a 5-person team. One player must be 450 or under. 2 players can only be over 600. One of those players over 600 can be, but does not have to be over 700. a maximum of 2 players over 7. All right, the other 2 players out of the 5 are between 450 and only 1 player can be over 700, right? So the other 2 players are somewhere between 450 and 599, right? So with that being said, like I said, there's no way to stack a team to see who's going to end up the best at the end of the year.
700 and a 675, a 500 and a 450.
Correct. Well, 5.
Have two 700.
No, you cannot have 2 700.
95 and 700.
Correct. Correct. Now the question.
I'm just saying, right?
Correct. So the question has been asked many times. Well, we don't have a whole lot of 600 Fargo in our area. Anago brought that up. Wapaka brought that up. You don't have to have 2 players above 600 Fargo. You can have 4 players at 575, but 1 player has to be under 450. Okay? So if anybody has been watching the stream, if you want me to go over some of the basic rules or the differences between BCA, VNEA, WAMO 8-ball versus UPL 8-ball, the biggest difference is how the balls are racked. As you can see, there is a pattern that they have to be racked. It can mirror this image. Obviously, the stripes and solids can switch. Well, it's... Thanks, Brad. So you almost got me on that one. But the 8-ball must be on the spot versus the head ball. That's the major difference. All right, one of the other rules. After the break, if the cue ball scratches in any of the pockets, your opponent has ball in hand anywhere in the kitchen, behind the head string. But they can shoot any ball on the table, whether it's in the other playing area or in the kitchen. So if there is a scratch, again, cue ball must remain behind the kitchen line, but can shoot a ball in the kitchen. The difference being is if the cue ball goes flying off the table on the break, it is ball in hand anywhere on the table. All right?
Damn it.
You have to hit the rack first, yes. All right, that's another one of the questions that has come up, and there is a difference between the Knockout Challenge format and the UPL League format. This, Chris, can you see this? All right, I'll ask anybody that, if they already know the answer to that question, if that's your very first shot after the break, can you shoot that combo? Correct, you cannot. This is considered a dirty combo, right? You have a solid, stripe, a solid. This is now a clean combo. All right? 2 solids. Now it is a legal, again, this is just the very first shot after the break. This is a legal combo. A lot more than what you think. This is a legal combo. This is illegal. You cannot hit a solid into a stripe on an open table. No, there is no such thing as dirty combos. Right. This question was brought up several times. If, after the break, you want to call solids, you're going to establish your suit, can you hit the 4 into the 9 and make the 4 ball? Yes, you can.
Why does it violate the rule?
It does not violate the rule because it's not a combo. It is not a combo. You're calling
You're calling the 4 ball.
You're calling the 4 ball. So if the 4 does that and falls in, it is considered, now you have established your solids, which is what you called.
What if it didn't go in?
If it does, they're very good question. If the 4 does not go in, it is now your opponent's shot, and it is not considered a foul but it is not. You did not establish. It's still open table. Right, but you would not establish anything. Good question. Next question was, can you carom for the first shot after the break?
I'll say yes. Combo's different than a carom.
Combo is not the same as a carom. I don't know the actual answer to the question. I don't.
Rick, do you know that answer? Can you hit the 13 and drop the 2 and take solids then?
Answer is,
I don't have the answer.
how much is it going to cost us per player?
All right, good. Another good question. So Craig just asked, how much is it going to cost per player? It is $32 per year to sanction a player in the UPL. There are 3 sessions in each season. So there are 14 weeks in each session. You must, in order to qualify to play for the Nationals, and I'm going to get into that in just a second, you must play in 2 out of those 3 sessions. The third session is mandatory. This also promotes or gets away from sandbagging. So you cannot have a team that comes in and plays the first 2 sessions and misses the third session, and they will not qualify for Nationals. So now that I brought up Nationals, just to give everybody an idea, in North Carolina, in November this year, the first place team gets $100,000 to split between 5 guys. There's no other tournament on the planet for amateurs that pays that amount of money. Whether it's BCA, VNEA, WAMO, Nationals, North Carolina at Monica Webb's is in Atlanta.
What do you got to do to get there?
So, another good question. What do you have to do to get to Nationals? You have to play 2 of those 3 sessions, and you have to qualify. In order to qualify as a team, in order to qualify, you have to finish in the highest in your division. A division consists of a minimum of 4 teams, and it's mandatory for the league operators to send 1 team out of every 32 teams to Nationals, because it is an all expenses paid trip. It's $6,000 plus that everything is paid to Nationals.
So if you don't get 32 teams?
You still send some out of that division. Yes,
At the local level.
at the local level.
Where does the money go? Where's that $32?
I could show you the whole entire breakdown, but it's
How much?
it's quite a big breakdown.
So what is it matched by time and then number of games or what?
All right, great question. Here's the biggest thing about the UPL, and the reason why it was created is to stop or try to put a stop to slow play. All right, Tim Stocker just brought up the question about the match clock and the shot clock. So there is a 30-minute match clock in UPL League. Along with that, there is a 30-second shot clock with 1 extension of 30 seconds per game. Right? And you've seen it all in the KO challenge, so on and so forth. The difference being is mine is adjusted per game spotted, so on and so forth. In league play, it's always 30 minutes, no matter what. Now, you can have 1 timeout per team for 10 minutes if absolutely necessary.
So how many 30 seconds or 30 minutes are there in a night?
So, in a league night, no matter what, there is going to be a minimum of 2.5 hours of play. You have got 5 players on each team. Here's how the team dynamic works. You lag for your captain's pick who's going to lag for that team. Whoever wins the lag, the opposing team picks their first player to play. Then the players who won the captain who won the leg picks who is going to play against that player. Now, as that match continues, the team captain, the losing team, has to post who they're going to play next, or their second, third, fourth, or just their second player. They have to.
So basically, the winning of the leg gets to decide who plays that opposing team's player.
Correct. It's not. It's you do lag every game.
Oh, so you leg every game to see who breaks.
You lag every game to see who breaks that game or that match. Yes, but to kind of finish what I was saying is every single match, it's not predetermined. Now, the reason why I say that, this is very much about a team dynamic. And I'm going to talk with, I don't even know if it's in the rule book, but can you show up, all right, you've got an entire roster of your team who's going to play when. You have no idea. So, because it's been brought up, well, can I show up at 8:30, even though league starts at 7 o'clock, can I show up at 8:30 because I don't play until 8:30? No, that does not promote a team dynamic. So that's another way of getting away from or making it where everybody is supporting each other. So and this is just my personal opinion, the one thing I really like about this is it promotes the better players on your team to help the 450 and under or the 525 player, so on, to get better. If not, well, then your whole team fails, right?
There's no coaching.
There is coaching. There is coaching only for the 450 and under player. That coach has to be done under the extension. All right, so if you ask for a player extension, time extension on the shot clock to coach the 450 and under, that coach has to be asked by the player. It cannot be asked by the captain or any other player on the team. Okay? Good question.
How much time you get?
You get the 30 seconds.
30 seconds.
So you get the 30-second extension to conclude that coach.
Hey, can you ask anybody for the coach?
Nope.
Ask me the captain.
Only the captain can come to the table.
Well, no other player can coach.
Regardless of who the other 4 individuals are. I can't say, hey, Tom help.
Correct. Only the captain can come to the table. This is another question that just came up the other day and kind of off of what Tim said. Who controls the time clock? All right, as you've seen up here, the match clock. And there's a reason why there's sound on this, but there is not sound on any of the league, because otherwise you're going to hear beep, 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 beep all over the pool hall, right? And you're not going to know, right, and you're going to be panicking and everything else. So, who controls the time clock? It is the captain only, or if there is an appointed co-captain on your team. Nobody else can touch the time clock. Stoppage of play. I'll go over this real quick, and then we do have a match that we have to get started. Stoppage of play only occurs when all balls have stopped moving. All right? Once the 8 ball or the winning ball is pocketed, if the cue ball is still moving at the end, whatever, as soon as that last ball stops moving, all play is stopped. Okay? Then, actually, let me back up just a little bit. Play starts at the very beginning of the match. The very first break, as soon as the cue ball is struck, that begins play. So in between then, the racking and everything is, again, once the cue ball is struck for the first time.
What day is Oshkosh's league? Or is that established yet?
Right now, Oshkosh is leaning towards, and Roger, it's looking like Monday.
Thank you, Roger.
So the money is 32, and then per night is going to be 10 or 15?
Another good question. So, by show of hands, let me ask everybody. If you go to, I'm just going to use an example. If you go to BCA State and you win first place, your team wins first place, how much are you going to get? That's about the right answer. I'm not going to repeat it because we're live.
Probably 600.
It's not a whole lot. So Tyler, Margaret, and myself are working on, we want to make this a state qualifying league as well. Instead of just, let me ask you by show of hands, how many play league just to play league? And for the payout at the end of the year? One? All right, how many play league to get qualified to go to state? A lot of people, right? How many play nationals? You got a couple of people that will play league to play state and play nationals. All right. The whole reason behind what we're trying to do is if we get enough teams this year, if not, it's going to happen next year for singles and for team. We are going to guarantee a minimum of, for the first place team, of $5,000. That's just at a state level. There's also going to be singles 8-ball and singles 10-ball at some point, with a minimum of singles of $5,000 for first place, minimum. So we're not trying to step on toes. We're not trying to put BCA or VNEA or anybody else out of business. We're trying to work around them to make this a better league for the players. That's it, basically. So, any other questions? These have been good questions.
You didn't finish. What is it a weekly pay?
Oh, so right now our league here it's $10 a night, right? What do you pay in Sheboygan? $6 a night. Okay. That qualifies. Okay. So ours is 10. None of that goes to. Matt Strong. Matt Strong. What is our league fee at the beginning of the year? BCA or any of our sanction?
I think 15. Yeah.
15. But you're sanctioning for everything. Right. It's $32 for the UPL. Now, one of the questions was asked, where does all that money go?
Oh, wait a minute now.
Okay.
You asked what it is per night.
It's going to be a minimum of 10 here.
And that stays at state level?
We're going to give everybody an option. Yes, it will stay at a state level. But we're going to give the players an option if they want to play to qualify for state and to play for nationals of an added $5 per week. All right, so it'd be a maximum of 15. So there's where all of your money is going for state and everything else. Does that make sense? $12, $13, $14 somewhere. It's not going to be above 15.
There was talk that extra $5 was going to be for that league. The state that went towards the money for first place or whatever.
Correct.
But you're saying it's going to the state level.
It's state level. It will stay in the state.
Oh.
So
I meant the league.
let me I'm gonna talk to our viewers as well. All right. Let's use $10 as an example. Where all of the money goes. All right, 17%. 17% of all league fees goes directly to the UPL, right? That's the admin fees for the nationals tournament, so on and so forth. 63% goes to the league operator. So if they want to pay out at the end of the year for leagues, they do with it whatever they want. The same here with Roger and Matt. They decide where all that money gets distributed at the end of the year.
That's the $32 or
No,
$10?
the $32 is the sanctioning fee. Right.
So 17%?
Not of that.
Oh, of
I'm
our
talking
weekly-
about the
our
weekly.
weekly fee.
Yes.
63% goes to the
League operator. They distribute that as they wish, whether it be jerseys at the end of the year or a cash payout, greens fees, you name it. It's same. I don't know what the league operators or 100% payout to the. Yep.
So it goes to trophies, the sanctioning fees come out, and then we pay for the trophies, and then the rest is payout.
Yep.
But that's just our in-house stuff.
Correct. And that is when Matt was running it. Matt is the president, the admin. Everything it rested on rested on his shoulder. Now it's Roger's shoulders, right?
So it's his choosing where that. It's his choosing where the money goes.
Correct. It's the same. At Midwest, whoever in Fond du Lac, they decide where the league money goes. Brent Lucas, Midwest, or Mid-State. Mid-State.
I'm pretty sure after sanctioning fees, he does the same thing.
Total transparency then.
100%. Absolutely.
One question that came up, Dale.
Yes.
People have seen, but if you have a time foul, is it ball in hand or where the cue ball lies?
Ball in hand. Yes. Yes.
To answer your question on the carom, from what the rules say, if you're not striking the called group first, that's a foul.
Okay.
If you call in the two, you're hitting strikes.
I forgot who. I think it was Connie that asked that question. So to give everybody a description online that is watching, if you carom off the 2-ball to pocket the 13, it is a foul. So that would be ball in hand for your opponent. Just the first shot after the break. Well, it would be a foul any time during the match. Because obviously you Good try. All right, so Chris, did we answer everybody's questions online as well?
Randy just put one in.
I have no idea. So any other questions from the league players?
Asking about if there's a maximum game spotted. I'd assume if you have a 7 against a 4, the max you
There
can
is-
have is a 3-game spot.
Yeah, there's good question. How is handicapping handled in the UPL? So it is based on Fargo for the very first time that you're playing UPL. So as an example, if you're a 421 Fargo, you are a 4 in upscore. All right, so I use the term upscore. That's how they relate it in UPL, ultimate pool score, upscore. So if you're a 620 Fargo, you are a 6 in the UPL. So that determines if you're playing Roger as a 450 and Brad as a 620, he's giving up 2 games at the beginning of the match. Cool. You guys ready to play?
Yeah, so the max would
I
be
don't
like
think we
a
have any other
7
online
against a
questions.
4. So 3 games would be the max against somebody.
Sadly, yes. Sadly, yes. And that's so. And people didn't hear that online, or that are watching live. Matt just asked, "Does a 600 have to spot a 599 one game?" Yes. There's just no way to get around it until you have an established. It's just like when Fargo first started. You have to get yourself established in the UPL to build up a constant, if you will.
Did somebody ask if your Fargo goes up while you're shooting league? Does it matter? So like you're 599, all of a sudden you're shooting tournaments and you're 601 now during the league. That's not gonna matter.
Once you establish a UPL or an up score in the UPL, that's what you're established at. They don't base anything off Fargo until or after the first week. Yes. It's just like the APA or any other. They have their own scoring or their own. Correct. Correct. Which brings me to the point of what I had mentioned earlier. You have to play, if you want to qualify for nationals or state, you have to play the third session or the last 14 weeks of that. Prohibits, it doesn't completely prohibit, but it deters the sandbagging.
So you have to shoot at least 28 games.
Correct. Correct. Well, no, you have to play. You only have to play a minimum. You have to play a minimum of 5 weeks of each of those 2 sessions to be qualified. You can have up to 8 players on your team. I'm sorry, it's a max of 8 players on your team. I think it's the max of 8 players. Yeah, max of 8 players. But you only have to play 5 of those 14 weeks to qualify. But in those sessions, it has to be session 1 and 3 or session 2 and 3. Let's get you guys started. Cool. Thanks for your time, everybody.
I believe, Randy, that a 450 and under would be just that 4 anyways. I think it's 450 and under is the minimum number, whatever that lowest UPL score is. I've only seen the sheet once briefly, so I think it's a 3, but yeah, like Rick says, there's a sheet to actually establish that. All right.